Hello, people. I'm your host Neha Soni, aka Eha S, and I welcome you all to Wisely Weird. Here we talk about knowledge, self love, learnings, and creating your own place in this world with a hint of entertainment. Thanks a lot for joining, and let's get started with.
Hello
Hello, people.
everybody, how have you
So,
been
how are
doing?
you all
So, today's
doing?
guest is
Ah,
no
it's so
mystery to you
freaking
all,
cold at this time
and
of the year,
without making you
and I do
people
not
wait
like it.
any
Oof, I'm
longer,
so not a cold
let's
person.
welcome one of the India's 100 most influential people, an idol 2000s, and one of the coolest teacher out there. A smart businessman, a sportsman, co-founder, and CEO of SFA and a fresh out of the oven father, Mr. Bhunesh Sharma. Hello, Bhunesh sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm absolutely great. Thank you, Neha, for a brilliant introduction. Thank you so much for inviting.
My pleasure, sir. And first of all, very congratulations for your daughter.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Like, how does it feel like to be a father now?
Uh, it feels like you have grown older and you you get more responsibilities. You are more mature enough now. So yeah, there's a little bit change in the life structure, and
Like,
I'm right now. I'm completed my entire social responsibility. Feels like I've completed my entire responsibilities, like marriage, children, everything. So now I'm a keyword.
uh, ग्रह वाले हो चुके हैं from that bachelor boy.
Yeah, it feels like you have grown older and older, and you can father, no? So sure, yeah. So it's a different feeling. I mean, at the same time, it's a great feeling. At the same time, it feels like you have grown older, and you can't consider yourself a 20-year-old kid. So yeah, it's a odd feeling. It's a happy and odd feeling both.
I obviously can't understand it, but I can feel your happiness from there. And like before moving any further, I would like to ask you this thing ki how could you be so cool and chilled about everything? Where did you get this सब हो जाएगा कर लेंगे कोई बात नहीं types of attitude?
It came from the meditation, first of all. I mean, when you are 15, 16, or 18 or 22-year guy, it always feels like everything is on your shoulder. You always feel burdened with a lot of responsibilities and a lot of zeal that you want to do something in life. No, but when you start meditating, when you try to know yourself, when you try to figure out what is good, what is bad, and when you have a lot of experience in life, then you learn at different things at a different stage of the life, then you get to realize that all these things will come and go. End of the day, you should be happy, you should be chilled out, you should be enjoy the present moment, which is right. The things will going to improve, whatever it is worsen right now, but you should have to keep it working. So there's no point in being sad at any moment. It's very important to enjoy the moment because we don't know what will become in the future. So that is more important. So this is all these are ideology. I mean, was made because of the meditation, because of the experiences. I met with different people across globe. So yeah, it is all because of the experiences and the meditation. I give this credit to all these two things.
Very, very wisely said, sir. And for conducting this interview, I told to you as well that I was very excited, and I was excited for like ये जानने के लिए कि what I would learn today from you. And as I said, you are an idol 2000s, and I myself am like one among those thousands.
Thank you
And
so much.
like as I got to know you a bit, like thoda bahut from a distance, I found out that you wanted to become a cinematographer or a director, and
Mhm.
then you got into an engineering college.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you went for civil service exam with a different engineering subject, and then due to some, I would say, very fortunate conditions, you did not get into civil services. And there is a reason why I said fortunate. And
Yeah.
then entered into this field of teaching. Okay, before that, you also went on becoming an entrepreneur with two very impactful ideas, and later on, you got into this edtech field and becoming one of the India's most respected teacher out there. So ये course जो है इतना घुमावदार टेढ़ा मेढ़ा कैसे रहा है? Like none of the field matches each other. सब roads अलग अलग जा रही हैं.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, life is all about exploring yourself to know yourself, what you are good at. So when I was in school, I really want to become a cricketer in the initial school days. I played a lot of cricket in the school days from the Jaipur team. But I mean, when I went to the college, then I learned that yeah, I'm more into the filmmaking. I like to become a cinematographer and director, and I saw a lot of movies. I mean. So I found master. This is one of my interests. I mean, this is one of the key interests. Music and filmmaking is one of my key interests. So I started to look forward it. But when I tried for the everything for them, they asked for a degree, and I have a degree at that time, and I don't have a time to wait for the 1 or 2 years because I don't know. I mean, when my engineering will be going to complete. So I gave that dream. And again, started to figure out what I'm good at and what I like to do. I mean, in this whole journey, I was never, ever became a nervous guy that I will not able to do it. I always felt whatever I like it, I will go towards it. Doesn't matter how the road is, when I will going to achieve it, what the people will say about it, doesn't matter at all. I mean, when I want to work as a cinematographer or a director, I started to look forward it. I gave some of my time to it. When I started doing engineering, I gave my time over it. Then I realized that I don't have a knowledge right now. Someone said that civil service is a great thing to know. A lot of books say you will go read over there, and there's a great job. Then you can crack this exam. So I thought, okay, let's take some knowledge first of all. Then we got to figure out what we will do in future. So I took knowledge out of there. Then I again figured out, I mean, what I'm good at. Then I thought entrepreneurship is the thing that I'm good at, and I'm very good in teaching. I mean, I started to give. Put some videos in 2015 on YouTube. And that time, I mean, people liked it. So I thought, yeah, I'm good at the teaching as well as I'm good at entrepreneurship. So I should have to continue it. Okay. So end of the day, this whole journey is all about what you want to become and what you like. So path will going to change. I mean, you will not going to be stuck at one point in your life, at one goal in your life. As you move forward, your goals, your ideas, your aspirations will going to change it. No, I mean, I don't know after the 5 years what I will look at. Maybe I will be at a different point from right now what I'm at. So I don't know. But yes, whatever I will become after 5 years, I will definitely pursue that only which I like. That is sure.
In geography, it is said that we are a part of eternal changing world. Like people are never going to stop.
Exactly.
As we are talking about your degree, there is,
Don't talk about
we are talking about your degree.
that was the role that time I had in my engineering because I had a lot of backlog. When you pursue BTech,
Number.
don't ask number. I mean, 3 days back I was in one of the school in Jaipur in the public school. I gave a lecture over there. I told them that we should. So teachers were like, "Oh, we have invited the wrong person. This guy will this guy will never going to 10 hour kids that English I have to study." But another day, I mean, engineering was the thing that I don't want to do it, but just because everyone was doing engineering, I don't have an option left. So I think I joined engineering first of all. And I lived a lot of good phase of my life in my engineering days. The bad case was that I have a lot of backlogs in my engineering. I had more than 100 backlogs. I mean, 102 backlogs at somewhere at the fourth and then another my engineering. So in engineering, worldwide you have 42 or 45 subjects entire in the 8 semester that you have to clear it. But just because of these backlogs and I was not into the studies at all, I just take all these things as granted that I will give next year. I will clear next year. So this is one of the benefit of the RTU, Rajasthan Technical University, that they will not going to bar you from entering into the next year. Okay, they will move you continuously into the next year, but So at the end of the year, I mean, I have 102 backlogs, and entirely in 4 years, I mean, to clear this engineering, I gave nearby 137, 145 or 147, 147 exams in the in these four year. I mean, actually not 4 year, 6 years. So I did my engineering in 6 years, which is actually a 4 year degree course. But just because at the end of the 4 year, I have two backlogs. I mean, I cleared it. So yeah, I took 6 years to complete my BTech with three x number of papers. Was nearby 150 exams. I have a lot of mark sheets. It's a bundle of mark sheets. One kg bundle of mark sheets of backlogs. So I decided that I will not going to take this degree. At the end of the degree, I mean the end of the 6th year when I completed my direct exam, I decided that I will not going to take the degree. Because this degree will not going to help me. Because I
You still
haven't
haven't got your degree.
yeah,
You still haven't.
God went to my college to take this degree.
Okay, I heard this rumor that you still haven't gotten the degree, but इसको मैंने consider ही नहीं किया because I thought कि you have given like civils exams and वहाँ पे कोई ना कोई तो degree दिखाई होगी. So
I will, if I went to go interview or I can clear the civil service exam, then definitely I will go to, I have to go to the college and take my degree. But I was not in, so like, so I don't want it. If I want it, then not, maybe I will take it. I mean, just for the formalities for the UPSC. But wow, till now, I mean, I haven't needed it.
like अभी आपसे थोड़ी देर बात करके and I have seen some of your videos before and interviews as well. So उससे I figured कि you used to be a very naughty kid when you were younger, like those backbenchers kid, and as you said कि movies बहुत देखते थे, but वो movies bunk करके देखी जाती थी. You didn't said that.
Yeah,
So
there are a lot of movies that we saw while
like
skipping the classes of school.
so my question to you is कि from that kid, like very opposite of what you are presently, from that kid, how you become this person जो सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सबसे पहले your routine is to read 4-5 newspaper and follow a perfectly mended schedule throughout the day. How this kaya palat thing happened?
That one thing happened when I understood that I am a guy who can study 12 hours in a day or 10 hours in a day. But I mean, what I learned in my UPSC those days was that I have a capability to sit and study. I have a capability to wake up early in the morning. I have a capability to study late in the night. So these are the few things that I figured out in my preparation days. Till like college, that routine was completely distorted. Playing guitar till night and wake up late in the morning. And so when I went to the Delhi and started preparation for the UPSC, when I decided that I was going to make my schedule as I wanted and I will follow it. So in those 4 years, I figured out that I'm a guy. I mean, who can sit for 10 hours in a day, then read books, then wake up and early in the morning. So all these things I figured out in my preparation days, and I continued it after the preparation. So and it was still continuing. I'm still continuing it till now.
This did not came easy to you. Was this the case? Like you just said कि you figured out that you could study 12 hours a day. You could wake up at 4 in the morning.
I mean, it is very difficult to figure out, and it is difficult to make a schedule when you don't have a habit to do all these things. No, but initially, I mean, when you want to do it desperately, first of all, everyone should figure out what they want desperately in their life. So this driving force to wake up early in the morning, to make this schedule, to make this a biological clock of your life, is all came from the desperation to clear the exam. So everyone should have something in their life that they want desperately. If you want to succeed, if you want to become a great musician, great sportsman, great writer, great author, great journalist, then there should be a desperation to make it happen. No. So all these things going to come across and you're going to do it because you are very desperate and you are very determined to do it. So yeah, this is all happened just because of it.
Okay, like you just said कि you were very desperate to clear that exam, but I heard you saying once that कि if you would have cleared the exams, कि अगर आपने वो एग्जाम क्लियर भी कर लिया होता and if you would have become an officer, तो भी आप कुछ सालों में उसको वहां से रिटायर हो जाते and then you would have embarked upon a different journey.
Yeah, I figured out, I mean, after the few years of my preparation that, I mean, this is a job that I really wanted to actually, UPSC or civil service or IAS, I guess, don't attract me a lot. The major attraction for me at that time was to prove myself that I can do something in life. I can clear this exam, which is one of the toughest exam. I want to read some books. I want to get knowledge. So this was my aspiration at that time to get some car or to get some securities and to become a government officer to get a smart solving. This is not my aspiration at all. So I know, I mean, if in the future, if I will not be able to do work that I want to do, then I will definitely, maybe I will resigning and do something else. So yeah, it is as you said. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I haven't cleared it and I didn't make it. Otherwise, I have to spend few years over there to figure out again and what I want to do in my life.
That is again quite inspiring. Like one should work for their own happiness and their own personal satisfaction. And moving on from here, मेरे सूत्रों से and figured कि you joined Wi-Fi study when it wasn't Wi-Fi study. Wi-Fi study का नाम नहीं था. As a content writer, young content writer. And the very next thing, like many people don't even know that you joined Wi-Fi study as a content writer. And the very next thing that we saw, the world that we saw, is that you were the co-founder of Wi-Fi study, the channel, which is now considered as one of the or like the largest educational YouTube channel. If we talk about education, not just journal knowledge point of view, but Wi-Fi study is considered as the world's most subscribed educational YouTube channel with over 15.6 million subscribers. So, how did this journey happen from joining Wi-Fi study as a content writer to becoming the co-founder and taking Wi-Fi study to such heights?
I don't know from where you got this data because it was not on a it was not on the public domain. Like I was joined as a content writer. Yeah, I mean in 2015 and 15, I had my separate startup that was on miracabby.com and it was a software providing company. It's a subscription based software providing company. So I was doing at that that startup. And after that, I have started some other after the Miracabby. I did travel out there. That was a separate startup. So in these all 2 years, in 14 and 15, when I did this all these three startups, and I was looking forward for something that can continue my knowledge, because I took a lot of knowledge and there was no platform for me where I can continue my knowledge or I can give something to the kids. I mean, who are now started to now started to preparation. Because there was a medium that I can go offline, but I really don't like to go offline coaching institute because I mean that is not a right platform where I can figure out where I can give my journey, what I've learned, what are my failures, success. I mean that was not a perfect platform for it. So I was looking out something where I can share my knowledge, where I can share my experience, where I can share my this all this UPSC journey. So I met with the Dinesh, and Dinesh was the person who started my first study. And I joined because at that time Dinesh only wanted a person who can help him in a content writing. So I joined as a content writer, but after a few months I started to put videos on it, and videos went viral at that time because Geo was not there, even though people liked it. And on my first video when I put it in 2015, so so after that, I mean, when these videos are liked by the people, then I thought, okay, let's move on and we have to put more videos on it. So I decided that we have to continue our video, and then I joined Dinesh as at that time also I've been giving a few hours to the Wi-Fi study, and again I was continuing my startup. But at that one of the time, I mean, that Dinesh convinced me that to shut down other startups and to come on board as a co-founder of the organization and to work together. So I joined, I mean, my first study, and I closed down my other startups and worked together. Yeah, so this was the story actually.
ओके, लाइक अभी प्रेजेंटली आज के टाइम पे इफ यू हैव टू गिव एनी पीस ऑफ एडवाइस जो आज के टीनेजर्स एंड यंग अडल्ट्स हैं who are in the schools are just in colleges or getting out of school, people who are getting out of the colleges and entering into the real world, if any piece of advice you could give to them, what would it be?
Uh, I mean, the single advice that I want to give to everyone, I mean, doesn't matter you're in school, college, or you are working somewhere, that firstly explore yourself. I mean, what you are good at, what you like to do in life. That is the most important question that everyone should have to ask themselves because somewhere deep inside your heart, you know what you are good at. But just because of the society pressure, parental pressure, financial pressure, social pressure, all these pressure makes you think in a different way. But you know what you are good at, what you want to become. And if you try to work on that, then your success, your money, name, fame, everything will come up to you sooner or later. It's just about to work on it, to start it, and to explore yourself. Because every kid is a different person and have different talent. You have a separate talent, I have a separate talent. Everyone born with a separate talent, but you just need to figure out. And it is not a single day process. You have to keep trying and trying some different things. Then only you will be able to figure out that yeah, this is the thing that I can work and I can be the best in the world. Or in the next 5 years, I mean, at least for the next 5 years, I like this thing and I will go to work for it. So first of all, you should have to figure out what you want to become, what you see yourself after 5 years, what you want to do something in the life. So these are the few questions that everyone should have to ask for me to pursue their dream, what you want to become, and what they want to become. Then your life, your journey, everything will be a navigated one. Everything will be you will become a happier person compared to the other one who just missed out all these things.
Very well said, sir. And I believe that all of our listeners would do follow this advice. And first of all, to everybody knows this, but to anybody who is listening to this podcast and do not know about this, Mr. Bhunesh Sharma is the CEO and co-founder of SFA Smile for All, which is a non-profit, non-governmental organization working for child education free of cost for those children who wants to study, जो शिक्षा पाना चाहते हैं but उनके पास resources नहीं है, and he is the guy who is trying to help all those kids out there. So please tell our audience more about SFA and how you got it up and running.
Smile Call was the idea which I wrote in my book when I was preparing for the UPSC. Got a thought that someday I will going to start the organization which will going to help all those kids who don't have access to education. So I was thinking at that time in 2011, it was somewhere in 2013, somewhere 2013. I was in Delhi and I was reading something, and at the end of the page, end of the register, I wrote it out that someday I will start Smile for All. So I have that book right now also. I mean, so I just write it down over there that someday I will going to start a not so profitable organization, for purpose organization, and the name of it will be Smile for All. So up in 2016, I just started to give few lectures, few classes to all did by all those kids. So I mean, who are not going to the school, who are doing a rat picking work nearby my house. So I just started to teach them in their house. So at that time there were two kids. Then it went to four. Then it become 10, 20, and I started to give my 1 or 2 hours in the evening to them. So at that time, I thought that these are the kids who really want to get education. So I thought that we have to put them in a proper school, in a private school where they will get a more education. So I started my startup at that time. So I have some little bit funds. So I thought that I have to give their fees. So I gave like 20 kids at fees. Then again in the next year, I gave 40 kids fees and then 60, 80. Then I thought that, I mean, this is not a right idea. I mean, everyone has a limit and I have to make it a public outreach program. Okay, then only things will going to happen. So at that time, I made a Smile for All 2018. I registered it as a Smile for All Society. I started to work on website on a platform that where anyone can sponsor a kid education at the cost of pizza. So we made a Netflix for philanthropy. It's a Netflix model where anyone can sponsor any kid education at the cost of pizza, 500 rupees per month, and they will get a separate dashboard over there. They will get the monthly receipt, they will get the progress report, they will get the entire P details, everything transparent. So yeah, right now we are working in 24 states, we are working in 2 countries, and yeah, we are giving education to nearby 2,000 kids right now.
As a part of SFA myself, and I would like to tell our audience that I too volunteer for SFA. And there is this one thing that struck to my ears and amazed me completely. Please confirm it, sir. I would like you to tell this to our audience that I heard. He SFA have over 1,500 kids admitted to different schools over 25 states and 2 countries of the world, and 50% of their fees is like more than 50% of their fees is registered by you only every month. And sometimes SFA do lacks funds, and
Yeah,
I
every
know
month.
this. And
Actually, every month we have a loss of 4 lakh rupees. I'll give you exact number. Uh, Per month, the expenditure of this manpower is 7 lakh rupees. We get a donation of nearby. We have a 600, 700 happiness subscribers who pay 500 rupees per month. So we get nearby 3 lakh rupees or 3.5 lakh rupees donation in a month. And but the rest is sponsored by me, like 3.5 or 4 lakh rupees in a month normally spent by me, which give fees of nearby 700 or 800 kids. So yeah, so 1,000 kids are sponsored by happiness subscribers, and 700, 800 are sponsored by me, and 100 to 200 are in the government school. So yeah, this is the complete data that which is going on right now.
And in the past, I have gotten to know this that you have received large offers, like humongous offers. For that, like if you would have accepted those offers for SFA, you wouldn't even have to work for Wi-Fi study, but you rejected all those offers. And this is something people don't know about SFA and you. And please clarify this to our audience and please tell us why you did so.
Actually, in India, I mean, nearby a million NGOs, I mean, who are working, but they are not working actually. They just became a medium to make a white money from the black money. Okay, people donate it and they make it a cash and they give it back to the person, I mean, who donated, and they get a 50% reduction in the taxes. So, I really want to make a organization which is the most transparent and accountable organization. Okay, so I got a lot of offers for CSR and for the different from the different companies, from the different people that you take this much, change it and give it back to this. But actually, the problem, the major, what is our major aim? What is our major goal? Is a whole complete different. I mean, whatever we are doing right now is just because of the volunteers. Okay, and volunteers are the one who know the uh, exact amount of donation, what we are getting, exact amount of losses what we are getting. So if I take a like 100 CR from anyone, okay, so I mean that money should be used anyway, no? So I cannot provide the real data or the 100% transparency to first of all to my volunteers. It is very difficult to give to the entire world. It is a separate thing. But first of all, I can lie to my volunteers, which are the backbone of our organization. No. So the whole idea will be changed and everything will become a different stage if I give a lie, if I give a false data to my volunteers who are working day and night to make this happiness subscriber or make the underprivileged kids education resourceful or easily we are giving this education. So it is very important, I mean, to be transparent and to be accountable, because I know our progress will be slow, but yes, sooner or later, the same like-minded people will come forward. Might be it will take you 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 5 year, or 10 years. But yeah, the like-minded people will come forward. They will going to help us, and we're going to scale it. I mean, sooner or later, because we are doing with 100% transparency, accountability, and I mean, we are giving 500 rupees value to each and every subscribers who are giving us 500 rupees. So there's no logic to go behind money. The logic is to go behind the work, the impact, the what we are making right now. That is the biggest thing comparatively to money. Money will come, I know, in the later stage. Okay, so there's no problem with the money actually.
So, like, what do you aim for SFA in future, and how do you see the future of SFA? Like, you recently visited abroad as well regarding the same purpose.
Actually, the purpose of a smile for all is to make it a to make it something like a Wikipedia, or can make a platform where anyone can sponsor any kid education globally. If someone get a job in Japan, he should have to understand that he got a job just because of the education. So it is his duty to at least help someone in this world to get education. So he can. So we should have to make a platform where the, African kids, South America, would say, or Asian kids, Indian, Bangladeshi, Indonesian, Pakistani. I mean, all those kids who don't have access to education are on a single website, and that Japanese guy who got a job can sponsor any kid education at a cost of visa. Okay, so from so it is something like if someone got a job or someone got education, they are more liable to the society that they should have to transfer it to someone else. So we can make it a global platform where anyone across the globe can help anyone who are in a dire need of education.
I am personally very fond of this idea of yours that wherever you are, whatever position you are at in your life right now, it is because of all the things that society has provided you. It is because of society that you are in such a state which is good enough or better than most of the people out there. So it is your responsibility to give back that to society as well, and that is commendable, sir. And to everybody who is listening to this podcast right now, I would like to request you that you can sponsor a child's education, a month of a child's education, just at a minimal cost of 500 rupees, which is nothing in the present days scenario. People, I would like to say ki this man whom you are listening to right now is one of the kindest people I have ever talked to, and I'm not just saying it for this podcast or like not just to praise you or flatter you.
It's
I,
completely my pleasure. Thank you for some
I can,
so all these precious words.
I can literally so mesmerized. I still remember that a few days ago I called you regarding this podcast, and I was very anxious that you must be very busy. You won't even pick up the call, or like if you would agree or not. And you picked up the call, and the first thing you said was, "Hi Neha, kaise ho?" And I was so shocked that you know my name, you remember me, and a person who is this busy and have like over 3,000 volunteers out there, that person remembered me. And it
You
was
are very precious. You are one of the active volunteers on SFA, and you are doing a brilliant work in your local community. So, I mean, everyone knows you. I'm not the only one. Yeah.
ve- like it was very heartfelt and a gesture of kindness. And not this incident, not this particular incident. Like, okay, again, Sutro say I figured this out. He recently you had have set up this new office for class 24, your new YouTube channel. And once you were like sitting in the office, and some faculty came and they asked you कि ये किसका office है sir? And even though it was your office, you said to that faculty कि ये हम सबका office है. So if this thing is not kindness, then what it is? So, and my question with this story to you is, what is this thing that keep you so grounded? How you make yourself stay this grounded?
I mean, grounded. I mean, I don't think why people consider this as one of the qualities. Everyone should have to be seen like it is a very normal thing to be grounded. I don't know why it is so hyped in a nowadays because if we consider ourselves, no, we are nothing in this world actually. I mean, we are very tiny people, tiny characters in this world. There are a lot of great personalities in the country like Ratan Tata or Narayan Murthy. We live in a country where we have a APJ Abdul Kalam. We have a great personalities. If you follow all these personalities, if you like all these personalities, you will never ever going to be a person who is egoistic, who think that they are the only one who is making a difference or something like this.
You don't count it as a quality because you have it, and these are the qualities that make those people great people. I believe so. अभी in the present society, अगर किसी ने छोटा सा भी काम कर लिया होगा, they'll like feel themselves higher to other people around them at a higher level or a higher status to other people around them, and they won't even bother to understand and listen to other person like why they would bother to do so, because that person doesn't matter anything, because that person hasn't achieved that much as they have. So not everybody has this quality. It is not that common as you see it, sir. I know you know it, but you are just being again very kind.
I told you, it all depends upon whom you follow, whom you idolize in your life. So it depends upon all these things, I guess. So,
And one thing is that कि आप काइंड होके ना अपना पेट नहीं भर सकते, कोई भी अपना पेट नहीं भर सकता सिर्फ काइंड होके.
yeah, exactly.
And you are a businessman too. In your daily life you can take decisions following your heart. आप दिल से फैसले कर सकते हैं when you are in your daily life. When you are a businessman, आपको फैसले दिमाग से करने पड़ते हैं. You need to use your brain. So sometimes when you are acting as a businessman, you have to take decisions जो कि हमेशा शुगर कोटेड नहीं होंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट डिसीजंस होंगे जो बहुत बार दूसरे लोगों को पसंद भी नहीं आएंगे. So how do you maintain this balance of listening to your heart and listening to your brain? ये दिल और दिमाग का balance, how do you maintain it?
First of all, as a businessman, your priority should be your company. I mean, it is not that what you think, what you believe in, whatever the best for the company, you start to do it. So it becomes easy for you because whatever you think is for the sake of the company. So you remove your personal things like personal heart, personal feelings, personal emotions, personal connections. You remove all these things because you know that you have to do something that is good for the organization, for the good for the company. Because end of the day, when your company isn't profitable, then everyone will be on a happy in state. You can do the salary, you can do whatever you want to do. But if the company is not in a good financial position, then everyone likely be going to suffer. So first of all, I mean, you have to figure out what is best for the company. That result should be best for the organization. It should not be depend upon your connections, your feelings, your emotions, or what you think at, what you believe in. So I think if you take the priority as your company, then strict decisions are very easy. And I believe in transparency and accountability. I am not a guy, I mean, who hide the things from the employees or from my educators or something. I tell them whatever the condition is, whatever the results are, whatever the circumstances is. So end of the day, if I fire someone or if I told them that they should not have to continue this, or I take a strict decision, then also I mean everyone favors me. Everyone are on the same page with me because I don't believe in lying someone. I don't believe in saying bypassing someone or saying anything to them in accountability and transparency. And that is the most important thing for any organization, I guess. If you are very transparent, honest to everyone, then people will follow you and people will take your decisions open-heartedly, I guess. Doesn't matter they are negative for them or positive for them.
That is actually a thing to learn. And I own no company, but I would try to implement these qualities in my personal life as well. Like be transparent with the people around you. And
Exactly.
so, as I mentioned earlier, Abhi, that you started your new channel, which is Class 24. And for that, you also brought back almost all of your Purani Wi-Fi study ki team together.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And here comes the question that Mr. Bhunesh Sharma, when all of your team was already working at an academy which was providing them a very, I would say, acha khasa package,
Yeah.
and like literally acha khasa package. So how did you manage, like this man here, how did you manage to like convince them to leave that package, very wealthy package, and come work with you for on a new platform with almost zero salary, or like comparatively lesser of a salary than an academy or what Wi-Fi study used to offer earlier? Like, how did you do that? It's almost impossible.
Actually, yeah, in today's era, no, there are two things. I mean, you can retain anyone, or you can convince anyone to leave their present job and come back to the to your organization. It's by the two means. I mean, first of all is the money, second is the culture. Okay, they saw money in an academy, they got a lot of money, they have earned it, and even though I mean, the culture is something which cannot be replaced, which cannot be compensated by the money. So this is most important in any organization. If you're working anywhere in this world, and if you haven't got a great culture comparatively to a culture which you got in a previous organization, you will any day going to switch your job. Doesn't matter you are getting a 70% salary of the previous one, or a 50% or whatever, because you know when the company will going to rise, you will going to rise. Okay, so everyone knows this. I mean, when the company will going to scale it up, when the things are going to be in the right direction, then they will also scale it up. Okay, it is not something that I am the only one who is who is getting something out of the company. I mean, everyone is getting something out of the company. This company is growing, everyone will going to grow. So culture is foremost important. The independence of the work, the liberty of the work, the liberty of thought and expression, the liberty of creativity. So these are the few important things that you should have to provide anyone. Then money become a secondary thing. Okay, money become a secondary if you provide all these things. So just because of all these things, I mean, I guess the people are more enthusiastic, or they really want to come back to the class 24 because they know what the culture we offer, and which is irreplaceable. We can't replace, money can't replace this culture.
Like, one person said, I won't tell you the name. One person said, and I asked them the same question, ki, why did you came here and how did he manage to convince you? They said कि इस इंसान ने पहले भी किया है ये with Wi-Fi study, and we believe him now. Now he have even more experience, and we believe him. और अब तो मतलब आगे लगा देंगे. I have a recording of that, and that is the legit statement that person gave.
Well, was he?
I won't tell you. I won't tell you. And and they did it even after knowing he Wi-Fi study, as I said, had a large number of following, over 15.6 million, while class 24 presently stands at like 100k plus subscribers, and they knew that it is going to take them a couple of years to match up Wi-Fi study.
Actually, we have 3 million subscribers in a 3 month. Actually, this data is only shown. I mean, right now we have 3 million subscribers actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see right now it's just because it's the only subscriber the class 24. But we right now we have 12 YouTube channels in just 3 months. And the one YouTube channel has 7 million subscribers. One has 4.5, sorry, 7 lakh subscribers. One has 4.5 lakh subscribers. Another one has 2 lakh subscribers. So right now what I'm doing is we are making the India largest consortium of the top educators. I have a big educator with me right now, I mean, in my team, which is Sachin sir Physics. He has a channel of 7 lakh subscriber. We are working with, he's working with us in a neat category. I have a channel by the name of Class 24 SSC exam. This channel has a subscriber of 4.5 lakh, and we are working on this channel in SSC category. So right now we are working in 8 categories. We have 12 YouTube channels, and the total subscriber is nearby 3 millions. And this is a whole, the process is done between the 2 or 3 months. Yeah. And we are a $10 million company right now, actually.
Wow. That is actually a new addition to my knowledge and just listening to you how you're doing things.
Yeah, so we are making one of the largest consortium of the top educators. I'm not believing in making a new channel right from the beginning. So I'm working with the educators who really want to make a difference, who really want to give a best content in the industry. Yeah, so we are working together.
So that mysterious person was actually very right. And, there is one huge question. Actually, मैं ये पूछने नहीं वाली थी because I know ये बहुत बार आपसे पूछा जा चुका है and आपने इसको multiple times answer किया है. But this is one thing that our youth should be reminded of again and again is that you have faced, you know, the question that you have faced multiple failures in your life. And even after those, even after this major setback that you have to leave by fun study, which you have worked very hard over the years and start almost at the beginning, almost, I would say. And how you managed yourself over the years since you started your journey, how you managed yourself during these times of emotional breakdowns, and how you coped up with all these setbacks and failures.
Yeah, it is very difficult. I mean, whenever you get a failure, you think that you doubt yourself, people doubt your capabilities, your decisions, your judgment. But there's one thing that keeps you moving in your life is, do you really believe in yourself? These are the questions that if someone will to ask themselves, no, they will never going to put themselves down. They will work. They will going to work hard at any cost, at any stage of the life. Do you really want it badly? So I was a guy, I mean, who I really want to do something in my life. I don't know what I want to become. I don't know what I will do in future. But I was a guy who, whenever someone asked me what you will do, I always said I will do something great. I will do something good in my life. I mean, I will be a happy person. I will do something useful in my life. So so if you are very clear enough that you want to do something, you want to make an impact, and you believe in yourself that yes, I will do it. So all these failures will become a temporary chapter in your life. They will come and go. They will come and go. You know that you will going to do it someday. You know that you have a capabilities. You know that failure will come. I mean, this is just a part of the journey. There is no person in this world who is a successful without a failure. I mean, I don't remember anyone in this world. So, and if someone wants to try to find it, they can find it. They will not get it actually. It is just a part of the journey that you will get a lot of failures. But if you believe in yourself, if you want to do uh, something relevant in your life, then you will make it. I mean, sooner or later in your next 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, or 15 years, then also, I mean, you will going to have it. You will going to have whatever you want to.
So, as we all know that you are a huge cricket fan, and इंडिया में तो कौन ही नहीं है क्रिकेट का फैन. So I got to know this thing that when you used to play with Mr. Dinesh, who used to be your like partner or more of like a boss to you in early days. So sometimes आप उनके साथ जब क्रिकेट खेलने जाते थे, so you used to cheat.
And
Why would you do that, sir?
no. Who told you this? I never did.
I have my sutra, sir. I have my sutra.
And this time I mean Sutra giving you wrong information, because Dinesh is a guy who can do anything to win a match. I mean, he can go to any extent. I mean, cheating is a very small word for him. So so this time your sutra are wrong. I mean, He's more a bigger cheater than me. I also do sometimes, but yes, I mean, Dinesh is bigger than me in this category at least.
Okay. My next question to you is that you have been working a lot and you still are working a lot, and at a single time you are handling multiple projects. So how could you not burn yourself out? Like if I talk about myself also, like agar kabhi I'm working on multiple projects at a time, so after some time I feel very burned out and I feel like कि कोई motivation ही नहीं बची है, for like 2-3 दिन तक तो काम ही नहीं हो पाता. So how you keep on working every single day वही सुबह 4 बजे उठ के, how do you find this like motivation, and how are you not like burning out at all?
Yeah, it's first of all, it depends upon what you are working at. If something is there that you like it, like if you are working on 2 or 3 projects at the same time, and like like all those projects, and you really want to make a difference, then then the first thing is that you will get a driven force from from inside that you really want to do it. Okay, nobody is forcing you to do a multiple projects first of all, but you yourself like it. That's why you are continuing it. Second important is people normally messed up with the multiple projects. The reason behind messing up with the multiple projects is that they are not able to cope up with the timing. Let's say if you are working on 3 projects, then you have to divide your 12 hours into the 3 parts, or like divide like 60%, 20%, or whatever you want to do it. So this is how, I mean, you can manage multiple projects at the same time. And second, if you like it, then there's no problem of the burning out, because end of the day, you are the only one who take these projects. Okay. And end of the day, you have to make a goal also that after 1 month, I'll take this project to this stage. I'll take this project to this stage. Then it will be easy for you to grab up all the things. So, I mean, I never found myself burning out on any stage of life.
So like you plan for the long term. That is what you're saying?
Yeah, planning for not a long term, like uh, for a quarterly targets that you have to give to yourself, or 6 month projects targets that you have to give to yourself, or a year target that you should have to give to yourself. So this is how, I mean, if you have a target behind you, then you are, I mean, you have a motivation to complete it on a time, or on a definite time scale.
Okay, so that is your secret for not burning out. When I was conducting this research about you, so I was talking to a lot of people and I was asking them. This was like one of my major questions. Ki nobody can be this perfect. Like koi bhi nothing and nobody is perfect in this world. And everybody is talking so high of you, like you deserve to be, but um, I asked people कि आपको क्या लगता है what is not so good with like you, and आपको गलत चीज क्या लगती है which you don't find good in like you, and कोई कुछ भी नहीं बोला. क्या खौफ में कर रखा है सर आपने सबको? कोई कुछ भी क्यों नहीं बोला?
No, there's nothing like that. Perfection is a myth, first of all. So people normally, everyone, I mean, everyone should have to try to be the best version of yourself. That is the most important. And it's a keep on learning process. It's a never ending process that you continue with yourself. And secondly, yes, there are a lot of things which I'm not good at also. There's nothing like that. I'm on a perfect cell or something. Yeah, you try to be the best one. You try to cope up with the best version of yourself. Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, there are a lot of things that you lack. Okay, so normally, for me, if you talk about me, then I normally, whenever I wake up in the morning, I don't find myself in a very good mood. Whenever I wake up in the morning, like 4:30 or 4 or 5, anytime, because normally I sleep at late night, like 11 or 11:30. Sometimes it become at 12 in the night. So I don't have enough sleep. So which makes me keep me at a very different stage in the morning, because I really want to wake up in a happier mood. But just because of the timing clashes, is because of that, I haven't gotten so much sleep. So yeah, this is a problem with me, I guess. This is not a good sign. You have to sleep at 6 or 7 hours in a day. And first of all, second, you should have to take care of your morning, that you wake up very fresh and you rest in the morning. But in my case, I mean, I know all these things, even though I'm not able to sum up all these things in a correct way. So as I told you, I mean, there are a lot of disadvantages. There are a lot of problems with me also. I'm not not on a perfection or not on a very perfect state. This is one of the things that I really want to change, but I can't. I mean, right now. Yeah. So
Yes, this actually was one of my question afterwards. Ki, what do you think? Ki, what is wrong with you, and or like something you don't like in your schedule or life which you wanted to change? So
I
we
I
got the
don't want
answer.
I don't want to wake up in the morning with the help of the alarm. And this is I'm thinking from the past 5 years actually.
I have a hack for this. Ki, just remove the alarm or like alarm का कोई भी source जो है remove it from your life. Actually, yes. Like I wake up like at like 5 in the morning every single day. Been doing it for like I don't know how many years. Um, so in the middle, what I did ki I removed the source of alarm. Actually, my alarm broke, and I was too lazy to buy another one. And so when I had no source of alarm, like actually I did have the phone, but like phone ka alarm don't work for me. And so when you don't have any source for alarm, and this is like keep going on in your conscious, in the background, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. So I don't know how it happened, but every single day I woke up at 5 without alarm, like for
And
my.
you set your biological clock actually. But for me, I haven't set my biological clock till now. Because my sleep, the end of the day, my sleep time is not fixed. I sleep at 10, sometimes I sleep at 11, sometimes at 12. So there's a lot of deficiency of the sleep in my pattern. So so in the morning when I wake up, I feel that to quit each and every day, to quit this current affair, to quit this life, like not life actually, this lifestyle, to wake up in the morning. I mean, I really want to wake up at like 6, 7, 8, whenever I want to actually. But yeah, again, I do the same thing. Again, I do the same thing. But yes, this is the thing I need to figure out. The sleeping pattern should be changed because it's not good for the health and as well as for your work also.
Like that is what makes you special, and that is why actually we are having this interview na ki many a people feel like they should quit, and they do at one point, they do, but you haven't quit it yet. So that is what makes you more special and worth to be listened by numerous people who are going to listen to this podcast.
Maybe.
And one more thing, आप पे एक इल्जाम लगाया जाता है. So किसी ने आप पे इल्जाम लगाया है ये uh, whenever you आपकी बुरी आदत कैसे that they feel कि whenever you go out somewhere with your colleagues or your friends कहीं पे भी so or you see something like आपने कोई stream देखी है, if you see a river or anything particular which has attached to it, telling GK and everything about it, ki where did it started, like how did this thing begin, or like that particular thing.
But that people don't want to listen.
Very boring, but they can't say it to your face.
Yeah, actually, it happens here. Yeah, actually, that actually, but people don't want to listen it. But I keep on telling them that yes, this is the reason. This is the thing that comes from there, and this became a habit actually. When you read like a lot of GK and all these things, when you know geography, history, and everything, then you start pouring your knowledge somewhere. Yeah, so this happens. Yeah.
Like this could be one
Rightly
thing
accused.
that you other people want like you to change. Like this is not me saying, other people were saying that.
Yes. No, yeah, not worry. Rightly accused, rightly accused. So,
Also, like what are like you are a source of inspiration for like numerous people, like including my own self. And what are the sources of inspiration for you, you, like what books you get inspired from, what people, like I have heard you saying that some cricketers inspire you. So please tell us about all those sources which you get inspired from.
Right from the childhood, I heard a lot of sportsmen, a lot of entrepreneurs. Rahul Dravid, I listen the most. The guy I always look forward to him, how gentle, how calm, composed, dedicated to his work. Doesn't matter what the world is thinking. Always try to figure out the best he can. So Rahul Dravid is one of the best person. Second is in terms of movies or Indian cinema, then Amir Khan is a person, who is always, again, the same person, who always up to his work, always try to do the best, always try to give back the society whatever, in any terms that he can. And third, Ratan Tata is a person. There are a lot of, there's a big list actually. But yeah, these are the few people, I always look forward to them, always listen to them, try to get something from their life. So yeah, these are the three people actually. And I forgot the most important person actually, APJ Abdul Kalam. So
Right.
he is also another legendary person. Any book depends upon categories. Actually, I've read a lot of books. I started very late in my life, but yeah, there's a one book, Pension of Promise. There's a one book, Blue Sweater. These are the few books who are related to the startup as well, and and uh, and the social entrepreneurship basically. So I like these books, and Bhagat Singh book, the I'm an atheist, Ambedkar, Gandhi book. Yeah, there are a lot of books actually which are recommended by everyone, and me too.
Like I could listen to this list like forever, and please do share. I want you to, sir, please do share all these books and whatever sources you find on like Twitter or any platform or Facebook maybe.
Sure,
Um,
definitely. I will. The best 10
that
books,
would
or
be
yeah, definitely. I
that would be
always
nice.
want to do it. Like the 10 best movies that I have watched, and then top 10 books. But yeah, till now, I haven't did it. But yeah, I will future, definitely I will do it.
That would be very nice. So, like, one last question of mine from you is that in the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, if you read it by
Mhm.
Stephen Covey,
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I read it.
so the second habit that he talk about is beginning with the end. It is more about
Mhm.
like how you want yourself to be perceived when you be gone from this world, and what part of you as a character, as an individual, you want to leave behind. So that
Yeah.
actually has been a very inspiring point of my life when I read it. So this question I dearly wanted to ask you, what is the beginning of end you think about, or what is a part of Bhunesh Sharma, the name Bhunesh Sharma, you want to leave behind you?
Actually, Neha, all these things, there are a lot of things which are included in this topic. But end of the day, what I by what name or by what character I will be recognized is just a simple thing that a guy who made an impact. Or who made an impact, who made something which is remembered for the next 100 years, which is not remembered actually, which is useful for underprivileged kids in terms of education, in terms of their welfare. A person, who contributed in the education. This is the single line that I think that I might be get remembered.
The word impact seems very small and might not seem like having any much of meaning to it, but when you talk about this thing now, people don't see the exact thing behind it. Ki all the greatest people in the history, just talk about APJ Abdul Kalam, you have talked about Rahul Dravid, and many a people, like many a historians have left, what they have left is the impact. Consider it as Swami Vivekanand, we talk about Gandhi ji, like multiple people, what they have left behind is the impact. And if you think the same, and I believe, and thousands of people to believe that you'll do it someday, you are already doing it. And
Yeah, that's it.
uh,
That's not a right comparison actually. But
not
yes,
comparing, but the ideology. Like they have left the
yeah, the
impact, and you
ideology
are thinking
actually.
in the same
If
direction.
you want to do something, then you should have to be on the same platform. You should have to be on the same ideology. So yeah, definitely I think the impact should be great, and it should be a scalable. It should be for each and everyone, irrespective of the gender, the discrimination, the religion, the country, the boundaries. I mean, so these are the things I mean that should be done.
That is so wonderful of you, sir. And I actually cannot stop talking to you. Like I can talk on for hours and hours. And let's save this for the season 2 of Wisely Weird. And okay, I have already announced that people, Bhunesh sir is definitely going to be in season 2. And
That's all right.
it has been a great time talking to you, and I personally get to learn quite a lot. As I said in like the beginning, I am very excited to learn,
Thank you so
and
much. Thank you so much.
so much for joining me, and I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you so
Uh,
much for inviting. That's a completely pleasure for me.
I hope you enjoyed it
Yes,
too,
it's,
sir.
yeah. Great, and best of luck for your next episodes and the seasons. And definitely, you are also making a great impact by using your voice, by using your podcast and everything. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me today, people. We'll meet you next Saturday with a brand new episode. Also, you can go and check out my book, Clouds, available on Amazon Kindle. And don't forget to follow Wisely Weird over YouTube and on the social media platforms for more updates. All the links are in description. And it's me, AS.